Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our Coronasodes. Those of you who are just joining us for the first time, this is just a roundabout where the three of us, Sam, Jackie, and Sam, I guess I throw myself under the bus here.
Has someone been drinking?
Probably. Justin, Jackie, and Sam just have a little a host special where we bullshit while we're all trapped inside. At least some of us are trapped inside. As you probably have guessed, I'm your host, Justin. With me are Sam and Jackie. Let's go with you first, Jackie. What are you drinking?
I'm taking a number out of Sam's dad's book because, you know, he's one of my favorite people, Bruce. His name is Bruce. He's pretty fucking awesome. And I'm drinking Tab and vodka.
Tab and vodka?
I thought it would be gross, but it's pretty fucking good.
That's actually what my grandpa drank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so screw Bruce.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes Tab and vodka one bit. How do you like it?
I like it a lot. I can't taste the vodka at all, which is pretty fucking dangerous, really.
Yeah, I was surprised. I took a sample of it, and I don't like Tab, but it is very tabby, not very...
Yeah, you don't taste the vodka,
right.
Which I think is just as dangerous as vodka Red Bulls for me. I'm probably going to pee all over the couch later.
Oh, no! Sam, what are you drinking?
Greyhounds again.
Greyhound! Getting on the bus, gonna see the world through your toilet.
What about you?
I'm back on the red beers, but I am trying a new flavor of V8, the hint of black pepper, in honor of the most dangerous of villains that's ever been caught on film, Black Pepper from Dangerous Men.
Sam, are we still using the old salsa can?
Yes, I am still coming to you live from Taqueria Studio B in majestic Canyon County, because I'm actually outside of city limits. I don't even live in a town.
You're rural.
Yeah, it's nice, though, because it's better out here than it is in the town.
Yeah, no, you live in a sweet spot, dude. I'm totally jelly. What else is going on? Anybody got anything before I get into my stuff?
Well, I had a rhyme for the COVID episode 8.
Okay.
COVID episode 8, mate with a great.
What?
Michael Jordan, only he would be having sex with you, not vice versa. Unless you're Shaq. I bet Shaq could actually make sex to Michael Jordan.
He would get like really pissed. Have you been watching the Michael Jordan shit, Sam, at all? The what is it called? One Great Moment or some shit like that. It's
no.
a better title than that. Yeah, I haven't either. But man, it's been all of the Twitter rage, and eventually I'm gonna have to get into it pretty hard.
I did see one thing about it, that he broke the player's code because he was talking about the cocaine fueled parties that they would have. And I'm like, cocaine fueled parties. I should watch this. I bet there's some nakedness going on.
Well, no. I mean, he talks about it. It's not like they had a video camera out in the 90s. Video cameras weren't exactly that common. I mean, they weren't on people's cell phones. Sure, they probably caught some of it on video, but I seriously doubt they had some sort of naked orgy when they're all jacked up on cocaine. My problem is like the player's code. How dare you, Michael Jordan, break the player's code for telling everybody about that we had a bunch of cocaine in the 90s. Dude, we all know. It's like Liberace was gay. Like, the fuck? That's a code?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the bro code. Nobody gives a fuck about it.
The bro code?
Yeah, it seems like Michael Jordan is just Pete Rose, who was able to keep his mouth shut a little bit better.
Right. And well, fuck, Pete Rose was a hell of an athlete, but I mean, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. I don't know if Pete Rose was
the
ever
records
the GOAT.
that Pete Rose has. No record is insurmountable, but his look pretty insurmountable.
Yeah, I'd probably say Cal Ripken over Pete Rose for the GOAT, but that's just
for
me.
Playing more games.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Cal
he played
Ripken
less
was fucking
games
good,
and-
man.
Pete Rose had like 1,000 more hits than he did.
Okay, all right, Nolan Ryan, GOAT.
No, I'm not gonna bitch about that. Nolan Ryan that guy could throw it fucking hard.
Right. Nolan Ryan, GOAT. But Pete Rose, GOAT? Nah, I don't know about that.
Wasn't that guy married to Marilyn Monroe?
Pete Rose? No, dude. She died like 20 years before he was fucking
Oh,
playing baseball.
she was married
If
to
he
some.
got-
It's Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah, and if he got drunk enough, Pete Rose would have sex with her corpse.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like
All
Pete
right,
Rose.
come
I mean,
on.
actually, I try to like Pete Rose, but he's sort of embraced the villain to the point where it's actually counterproductive at this point. He's just
Yeah.
pretending to be worse than he actually is.
Right. We were in Vegas about 10 years ago, and we walked through one of the malls. I think it was the one underneath Caesar's Palace. And there's a couple sports shops down there, or right across the hall from each other. It might be the same sports shop, but either way, in one to the right was one Dick Butkus, and to the other was one Pete Rose. And I was like, let's stand in line for Dick Butkus. So we stood in line for Dick Butkus. He was a real gentleman. Knew everything about where we were from and the football team that we have here. And then we got done talking to him. And it was a total pleasure, and I got his autograph and his picture.
oh, I was in the picture too.
Jackie was in the picture. And then we looked across the way at Pete Rose, and we were like, eh.
Yeah.
And it was at a time when we didn't have a lot of money. I was still in school, and we were there for a friend's wedding. And so, money was tight, and we paid to get that autograph and that
Yeah,
picture.
right.
And you know what? It's hanging on our wall today, and I have no regrets. That man, like Justin said, was a total gentleman and a very good conversationalist. He made you feel like for those 2 minutes that you were there with him were the most 2 important minutes of his life. I don't know how he does that, but it was amazing.
Which is another reason about the on Pete Rose, and to throw him back under the bus. We looked over at him, and he was churning and burning people. He was just, yep, okay, here's your autograph, here's your picture, bye. Get out of here.
Oh, I bet he's Pete Rose.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm a fan of Pete. I mean, as a baseball player, I'm a fan of Pete Rose. And then as a post-baseball, post-managerial, when Pete Rose was really the villain, when they'd kicked him out and there was no Twitter, and it was like you only heard a few things here and there, and he wasn't embracing the villain role, and he was like, you know what, fuck it. I was that asshole, and I made a bunch of fucking money. That's when I was the biggest Pete Rose fan. Now, I don't know.
Okay. All right. I think we're done with sports for right now, even though, like, people are desperate for sports talk right now because there's
I know.
actually not any sports.
Okay, so I'm going to
This is
throw...
great sports talk talking about people who haven't played baseball in
Right.
fucking 40 years.
Well, pretty soon it's going to be that way for people who are professionals now.
So I'm going to throw this out there because we're talking about autographs and whatnot, and maybe our listeners have some I wish I could get. If you
They don't want your autograph.
don't know that, maybe
I've-
somebody wants
I've
me to
heard-
put their
I've
butt,
heard
my
from
butt
every
on your
single one of
face.
them, and they've been like, nope, we don't want that.
Whatever. You know what? Somebody would pay $5 for me to put my butt on their lap.
I don't know about that. But
Okay.
go
Well,
ahead.
anyway, if you could get anybody's signature, they have to be alive today.
Okay.
And you got 2 minutes with
Tom
them.
Hanks.
Okay. Sam?
They have to be alive.
Yeah, they have to be alive.
Not Jesus.
Not Jesus.
How do you not have this dialed up? Dude,
Oh,
come on.
I just forgot her name.
Sybil Danning.
No. Kellyanne Conway.
Oh my God.
Oh,
See, that was the joke. If I would have been able to deliver that immediately, it would have actually been a lot funnier.
Yeah, it would have been a lot.
But I don't actually want Kellyanne Conway's autograph. If she was listening, for one brief moment, she felt special.
I would kill to meet the Queen of England.
Of course, dude. She's the fucking queen.
But if I wasn't going to meet the Queen of England, I would really like to meet Jane Seymour.
Yeah, Jane Seymour's a good pick.
She's been in some of my favorite movies, and I think she's so elegant and beautiful, and she's got great hair, and I might be slightly in love with her.
In the same ballpark, I would probably say Diane Lane over Jane Seymour for the same type of character actor. But yeah. And in fact, if I had to actually spend 10 or 5 minutes with Tom Hanks, I wouldn't know what to fucking say. I'd fanboy out. who I'd actually like to hang out with is Bruce Campbell. Like, I could have a conversation with Bruce Campbell.
Oh man, he would drink so much. Your
Uh,
bar tab would be amazing.
Actually, I think Bruce quit drinking about 5 years ago after an incident in Medford, Oregon, just up the road from us. So
Quitter.
yeah, well, he kind of, I don't know. Yeah, read his biography if you want to know more about that.
If I had to pick a real one, though, and it wasn't really for the autograph, but if I had 10 minutes to really, like, see what's going on behind the curtains, it'd probably be Iverson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ah.
Yeah, Jackie's like,
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, that's exactly. Fuck you. I was trying to pull it off like I was cool and I knew who he was talking about, but I don't.
From sports, Kareem would be cool. I would. Yeah.
Kareem would be cool, but
Kareem would be
I was
Wait, who's
always a huge
Iverson?
Iverson fan. The
What's that?
answer, AI.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
yeah, ball player.
Oh.
Even though it was the tail end of Jordan's career, it was the only guy Jordan couldn't guard.
Yeah, he was a little guy. We've been talking a lot about people to throw under the bus lately. States and cities specifically. Houston got the worst of it last, which we got a little feedback from one of our very loyal listeners, Brad, who said, "Hey, I'm from fucking Texas, you sons of bitches. Quit throwing Texas under the bus, Sam."
Which Brad?
Harrelson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. So, Brad, I got to ask you a few questions here, and you can answer me later. Because this is not a live show. Duh. Yeah, I've been drinking.
Live
and
from a basement.
1, do you have a cowboy hat with a rattlesnake skin on it? 2, do you own the cowboy boots? 3, are your pants so tight that we can see your ball sack through them, and that you wear the biggest belt buckle that you can find to enhance the fact that your ball sack is hanging out from one side of your leg?
Texas racism. That's fun. It's fun. They're actually probably moving into a very liberal state.
If you have a Cadillac, you have horns on the front of it. And if you can't afford a Cadillac, you have horns on the front of your Dodge Aries.
And you own all the oil.
That's not a real question, Justin. Me and Sam at least have real questions based off of the beliefs that we see from TV.
I've got real info on who we should throw under the bus.
Oh, is this from Brad?
No. This is from actual us.
Oh.
This is actual Stinker Madness feedback. Our top 5 states over the last 3 months for downloads. California, number 1, which has always been number 1 the entire time. I don't know why. Like, are there people in LA?
There's a fucking shitload of people there.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, there's a shitload of people. But then New York, right? Florida.
Yeah, New York as one city, bigger. California as a state, much bigger.
Florida.
They don't have electricity in Florida yet.
Yeah, that's right.
They just got gators.
Right. Okay, so California, Illinois, Arizona, Idaho.
Here we have Idaho.
And New Jersey. Popular New Jersey.
That's odd
You
because
have
I
crap-
throw those fuckers under the bus all the goddamn time.
Well, I think they understand.
And you have Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Which means that all your women have big bouffanty hair that's overly colored and frazzled and long fingernails where they get poop underneath them.
Okay.
If you've ever listened to one of our other episodes, you know what I'm talking about.
This is where we don't throw our top 5 states under the bus, but you just want to throw everybody under the bus because you're an asshole.
I like
on the
New
internet.
Jersey people.
Yeah.
They're sassy.
Okay. The number 1 state that we need to start throwing under the bus for what the fuck? In the last 3 months, 1 download. 1 in 3 months for an entire state. Vermont.
Hey, Corn Pop was a bad dude.
That wasn't in Vermont.
Oh, that's Delaware. See, I can't even tell which one's which. Connecticut, Delaware, Vermont.
Bernie's from Vermont.
Vermont is a very lovely place. I have been to Vermont. And fuck you for not downloading.
Yeah, I thought we were going to throw them under the bus. I have nothing to throw them under the bus for other than not listening to the podcast.
Well, the only thing I can really say about it is that I was there and it was fucking beautiful. And the housing market was like, wow, why don't you just rape me up the asshole with a watermelon? And yeah.
So maybe everybody's outside enjoying stuff, like enjoying life rather than listening to podcasts. They don't need the internet in Vermont.
Yeah, it's like their whole fucking town is nothing but a forest.
This,
And like every once in a while, there's the courthouse that's carved into a tree. It's a
They're
different
elves?
place. Yeah,
yeah, they're elves.
they're elves.
Do they
They're
make-
making cookies.
They make cookies. I know Pennsylvania is known for the Amish, but is there a population of Amish in Vermont, do you suppose?
I don't know, but Vermont isn't populous. Neither is Connecticut or Connecticut's getting there because
Dude,
it's a bedroom
Idaho
community.
is number 4.
Well, we're
Well, it's
from
because our
Idaho.
friends listen.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have very many listeners in Wyoming. But there's less people in Wyoming than there is in Vermont.
I will be in Wyoming in a couple of months.
I don't care. We need to throw Vermont under the bus.
Well, it's hard because they have good cheese.
It's also hard because I don't know fucking shit about Vermont.
All right, let's pick a town, and next time an episode comes up where we have to throw a town under the bus, we'll just choose that town, whether we know anything about it or not. Let's just start making fun of them.
Both of you right now name one town, if either one of you can do it, in Vermont, because I can't.
Concord?
I don't think so.
That's in New Hampshire.
Oh God!
What's the fucking Trenton? No, that's New Jersey. I don't know what the capital is there. Montpelier.
Okay, we named it.
Ha! They sound French.
So, yeah, that's like when we go anywhere east of the Mississippi and they think that we're in Ohio.
Right.
Vermont just got that from us because they're like the one person that might download in 3 months and then give us up again is like, wait a second, they don't know anything about where I am. How sad.
But we're throwing Houston under the bus this month.
No, we're switching to Vermont.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's all about hating Vermont now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have no excuse.
Next Coronasode, I'm gonna look something up about Vermont and be like,
Okay.
you guys don't even have good toilet paper. Ha ha ha.
Maybe they have the best toilet paper.
They don't have the best potatoes. I know that much.
Okay, yeah, we got that. Got some more news. Follow up to our the Wiz-erd episode. If you guys remember, the plot is about a little precocious guy with some issues who just wants to get to California. A little bit of old news, so maybe this people may be familiar with this. But headline: NBC News. 5-year-old boy pulled over in Utah while driving to California to buy a Lamborghini.
I did see that on the Facebook, and then Lamborghini brought him one.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, guy. Thanks, guy. I'm the news guy. You're the color commentator.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
I got confused. I've been drinking.
Well, now that's done.
I saw a fake Lamborghini at the auction.
Oh, okay.
It was a kit car that somebody had really fucked up. Not like by crashing it, by trying to put it together wrong. I don't know what they tried to put it on, but it wasn't jiving, and they just sort of tried to like jam the parts in and cut body parts out.
And
so there's just it had a wider wheelbase than that. But it seems like they took
Like
straight
Continental?
axles from like an old half-ton pickup. It was really odd. But it's just sitting there on this trailer at the auction. And I took a picture of it and sent the text out to a number of people who were like, the dream is alive. Because it was a Diablo, I think. And I haven't seen it come up on the auction site because they're probably like, I bet we could just sell this trailer for more without this fucked up fake Lamborghini on top of it.
Right. Back to the little guy. In a dash cam video released by the police department, the SUV the boy is driving is seen weaving across the freeway as cars and semi-trucks whiz past. The child pulls over to the shoulder of the road after the trooper activates his sirens. So honestly, he got on the freeway, which isn't like driver's ed people don't even do that, and they're in their fucking teens. 7
of 10 driver's ed students actually pee a little bit the first time they try to merge.
Right. Then he pulled over successfully for the cops. I mean, it's kind of impressive. I couldn't drive that good when I was 5 years old.
Sounds like he's been driving to the store for smokes for a while.
What state was this in again? Oh, Utah.
Ogden, Utah. So
Ogden, Utah. Yeah, he's been driving to the store for smokes for a while.
yeah, right. Yeah, I good job, little buddy. Keep practicing. Let's get that kid a sim set up in his basement so that he can start, learning a little bit about the fast cars and get him on the track one day.
Oh, it sounds like sooner rather than later. If he can merge on the freeway, that fucking kid's fast. He might be the spawn of Fast Eddie McClintock.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. He was actually headed for Nevada.
I've got some more children in the news that's relevant to Sam. Not really, but he cares about this. Probably not. Sam, you remember when Tony Hawk hit the 900?
I do. I was watching.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Real big deal.
What does that mean?
It's when you're on a skateboard, because you're Tony Hawk, and you go up a half pipe, and you go up the vault, and you spin 900 degrees.
3.5 turns.
3.5 turns, right? No.
Yep.
2.5.
Yes, it's
2.5.
2.5, yeah.
2.5, sorry.
3, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been done. An 11-year-old skateboarder from Brazil has become the first person to land a 1080.
Wow. Some asshole on a snowboard does a 1200. Actually, I think most of the assholes on snowboards can do 1200s now.
Well, in 2012, American Tom Shire achieved a 1080 on a mega ramp. This guy did it on just the normal half pipe vertical ramp. Let's see if we got anything.
I bet he ate a lot of beans beforehand. He was fart propelled.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry. That's how I would do it.
He's a little guy named I'm gonna totally fuck this up, but Goo Curry. Guy Curry? Gooey Curry. Can't be his name. Gooey Curry?
I don't know. That sounds wrong.
It does.
I was like, oh my God, what just happened? That's what he said. Bob Burnquist saw it. Neil Mims, Tony Hawk, all of them. They're like, yeah, dude, cool. Also, our backs hurt because they're all old.
We're all old.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no info on the buttholes that use snow, slide on a sheet of ice rather than rolling balls, so.
Do we have any more listener feedback?
Jesus,
specifically,
God, we actually have a format to the show, and I will get to it.
Specifically about me?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No, I've got another thing.
All right, fine.
I thought about it this week because Jackie and I started watching some comedy shows. For instance, we started watching Upload, the new Amazon show. I don't know if you saw anything about that, Sam.
I've seen they run the preview constantly.
Yeah, and we were dabbling in the Brooklyn Nine-Nine there for quite a while. We haven't watched the latest season. We just end up walking away from the last season of like everything, like even The Good Place. We just are like, and then we rolled back to Sunny. It's Always Sunny the other day, and we were like, God, we haven't watched this in fucking months, and we still haven't finished it off. Well, I think we're on the last season, and it got me thinking. So this is Justin's list of the best binge-worthy comedy shows. Now, feel free to interject. I got 6 of them.
I thought it was the top 5.
No, I just said Justin's list.
Oh, all right.
You inferred 5. 6.
Loser.
Teen. I'm going to be here for a while.
So this is turning into the Justin Show. For those of you who don't know, it happens all the time.
Fuckers. Number 6. And I will give reasons why it falls on the list as well. Number 6 on Netflix, Arrested Development. Number 6, because there's only 3 seasons. Well, I guess there's 4 with the new one.
Of the whole list, I bet that one's going to be the most viewable and accessible to most people. Like, I have a hard time with comedy shows because if they're really funny, I don't want to keep, it hurts after a while to laugh that hard. So I'm like, okay, no, I can't take that tonight. Whereas I was able to actually watch all of that show and it hurt too much, but I kept doing it anyway.
I think out of the shoot snot out of your nose, I think is what you're saying. Like like I'm tired of my sides are splitting comedy.
Yeah, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I haven't finished because I just know that, fuck, man, it's hard work watching this. I can only do a couple episodes at a time. It's actually exhausting how fucking funny that show is, regardless of whether it's side splitting or what. There's a lot of brain power to actually process that much comedy. It's very engaging.
Yeah, I see your point. I would say out of all these on that, I actually think Arrested Development is in the top 3 based on your argument from where I'm going. But again, limited content, not a ton. Jackie had a hard time getting into Arrested Development.
I liked the mom.
Yeah.
She was my favorite character.
Yeah, she's great.
So did everybody else in America.
Yeah. Number 5, Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO. Lots of content, years and years and years and years of episodes. So you're not going to run out. The reason why it's number 5 is because I just can't stand how big of an asshole he is.
Now, before you're like, you know what? That Larry David's right about every fucking thing. I was like, what?
Yeah, I never felt that way. Like, he's just such an asshole.
And I'm a longtime fan of that program. My deal with the sort of knee-jerk convulsions that you get watching it, when I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, at least twice, but usually 3 times an episode, I try to walk away from it because he's making me that uncomfortable.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's
like
not bingeable. These are bingeable.
Your body is trying to leave, but you're like, your head's like, okay, well, no, you're actually watching this. And your body's like, no, we need to stop watching this.
Yeah, we got to get the fuck out of here. That makes it unbingeable.
That's exactly the opposite experience that I had when I first started watching. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. It is every asshole's dream. It's like, this guy is such a fucking dick.
Yeah, Jackie.
And I fucking loved it.
Jackie might be the exception.
I love it too, but I can only watch so many in a row.
Right, I'm with you. And then don't forget, this isn't the greatest comedies that are currently streaming. This is the most bingeable comedies. Which puts us at number 4. On Hulu, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's fucking 14 seasons of the goddamn thing. But again, you run into that, like Sam's saying, A, it hurts, but B, like I put it a leg above Curb Your Enthusiasm because, yes, they're assholes, but they're mostly assholes because they're idiots.
And they're assholes to each other,
And
mostly.
Yeah, I mean, like, their impact on humankind is pretty minimal. Whereas Curb Your Enthusiasm, there could be some shit get fucked up. Like, I mean, we're all kind of fucking pissed off right now. And like Curb Your Enthusiasm, maybe it's a good thing. Like, you're like, oh, okay, here's an outlet to my anger. But like but at the same time, it could be like, no, fuck that guy. Sonny's like a nice neutral of being dicks because it's just to them and other people who also suck.
Yeah. My deal with that, and it's hard to watch with the brain power processing thing, is that It's Always Sunny is the first time I've seen something in modern television that is the Sid Caesar, Mel Brooks formula.
Right.
There's 10 jokes behind the joke that you get.
Oh, I got a bigger one for you coming up, but I like what you're thinking. I like what you're thinking, Sam. Yeah, I do. I like it.
Yeah.
I see it. I respect it. I like it.
That's how you should write comedy.
I want to
10 jokes on every page.
Take another look at it from another side. Check it out. See what it says. Hey, how you doing? I see it. I like it. Okay. Number 3, The Office. I mean, come on, really?
I just recently started rewatching that, and
On Netflix.
yeah, on Netflix, and it is fucking hilarious.
It's very easy to watch.
I'll be that guy. Which one?
Well, 3 seasons of the UK versus 10 seasons of the US. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. The most bingeable. We're not arguing about greatest. Bingeable.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying bingeable. I think the UK Office is the most bingeable of the bunch that you've listed yet, because that's the one that I watched all the way through in 2 days.
Right, but then what do you do after 2 days?
Watch a different show.
Right, exactly. These are the most bingeable that are going to fill your time the most.
See, and I will disagree with you, Sam. I found the British Office to be stupid.
Oh,
I couldn't relate to it. And I think that mostly I thought that because I don't like Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't like that guy.
No, you're not supposed to.
I know.
You are
even as
supposed
an
to
actor
hate
and
David
everything
Brandt.
else that he's done, I find him to be one of those people that grades on my nerves. And so watching him in anything makes me want to punch him in the fucking face. I hate him.
Okay. He's definitely not Michael Scott.
I hold the Office Sensitivity episode of the UK version as one of the great moments in comedy, with the Marx Brothers mirror sequence and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's basketball game.
I very well agree. But again, that's an individual piece of comedy. We're looking for a large body of work that you can sit there and not have to walk away from. And keep yourself busy for more than 2 days.
Well, I just mentioned a couple of great pieces of comedy. I, of course, have to mention The Inquisition. Mel Brooks, The Inquisition. You can watch that over and over and over again and still not find all the fucking jokes.
So has that been like you just watch
No,
the
I'm
same
just
thing
that's part of
60
history
times?
of the world. Part
They
one.
fuck
The
up this list
Inquisition
by-
is such that piece of that movie is such a fine piece of comedy. It's amazing.
Sure. We'll move on. 30 Rock on Amazon Prime.
That's number 2?
Number 2, 6 seasons. Fucking hilarious. Fucking accessible.
And some really highbrow jokes.
And some fucking high-ass brow jokes. And the Mel Brooks
some
formula.
lowbrow jokes.
Yeah. Well, really?
There's some poop jokes. They got dick
of
jokes
course.
in there.
But
Come
they're-
on.
It's a spoof on the poop joke. It's not just a
I
direct
know.
poop joke. It's satire on the poop joke.
Oh, every once in a while, Tina Fey knows that you can use a dick joke and a poop joke as long as it's funny.
Right. Yeah.
And it's
No,
just that surface level. Yep, that's a poop joke.
I love 30 Rock.
Me too.
I do
absolutely
too.
Love it. And I would watch it at any point in time, and it's highly bingeable.
Highly.
I'm going to throw out a surprise here, I think. Unfortunately, it's only on the Comedy Central app, which makes it very unbingeable. I might have not numbered these right.
Oh, see, that broke my guess. I was going to guess you were going to say the PBS online app, Wooster and Jeeves. One of my favorite bingeable comedies.
Yeah, no, I don't think I numbered these right. I was in a hurry when I made these notes, but I think this was the honorable mention. I think 30 Rock was number 1.
And this was number 6.
This was number 6. It was a top 5 list. Yeah, you were right, Jackie.
This is a total great jorb.
Great jorb. Speaking of great jorb, great job. It's your birthday. Great job. Reno fucking 911. 4 seasons. The funniest thing that's ever existed. But Jesus, it's unaccessible. Comedy Central app? Come on, man.
Yeah. How funny is it? I referenced it earlier in this show with Fast Eddie McClintock,
Right.
not knowing at all that we were going to talk about it.
Right? I watched fucking Dangle the other day fight Joe Exotic using the powers of the Force, and I was like, I've been thinking about it all week. It really wasn't that funny, but like, I've been thinking about Officer Dangle all fucking week, and Trudy and mostly just Trudy.
Dude, Junior's hilarious. They're all good. Everybody in that show is dynamite comedy.
I miss it so much.
I just don't understand why they canceled it. Because I was one of those people that I had access to Comedy Central. I watched that show all the time.
Yeah.
Because I loved it. The short shorts and they were just so fucking kooky.
No, it's the best.
I think you've missed the boat here hard. I don't know where you want to put it. I'd put it at number 1 because people have been binging it for years.
I will drive out there and punch you.
Because it's aired on television 40 times a day, so you can always watch it. The fucking Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. I am currently watching every single Simpsons episode ever made.
Is it? That seems highly bingeable.
It is.
The problem with The Simpsons and why it's not on the list is it's daunting. It's too much. Like, to be highly bingeable, you're like 36 seasons. Oh, yeah, I'll sit down and start watching that. No, you have to plan for that. You've got to make a commitment that you're going to subscribe to Disney Plus for fucking 6 goddamn months because that's how long it's going to take you. That makes it not bingeable because I want to cancel Disney Plus because it kind of blows. But Jackie's still like on season 25 after 4 months of watching The Simpsons all the time.
3.
23? You're on 23?
No, it's only been 3 months, and I'm on season 27.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my numbers are a little off, but yeah, it's just I'm gonna sit down and do this. No, it's like a fucking challenge. That's not bingeable.
I think that your rules for bingeability are
very personal
and poorly defined on the front end.
Very
because
much.
I was just like, I can watch 10 episodes of The Simpsons and then not watch. That's a binge, right?
Okay. 26 seasons of Bob Ross, funny as shit. Number 1.
Yeah.
See, and I would say
it's not
Father
funny.
Brown.
It's hypnotizing.
Yeah, right.
It's like better than morphine. Like
All
my
right, well,
feet
either
don't
way.
hurt anymore when I watch Bob Ross.
I'm trying to fill some voids for some people that maybe haven't watched any of these shows, even though they're very popular. Maybe we can help somebody out with that. Fill a void in their life. Comedy.
You know what's probably not bingeable at this point, even though it's completely beloved? Cheers.
I don't know. I'd be willing to take that challenge.
I tried to watch Cheers and I didn't like it all that much.
That's not good.
It was really, and I don't know, the Shelley Long Cheers and what is her name?
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley Cheers are so different in that the Kirstie Alley Cheers, which I think is the more popular version, is so formulaic. It's like the A-Team. You're just like, I can't watch 2 episodes of this in a row because I already know what's going to happen because they just did this 1 week ago.
Norm. Yeah.
See, and one of my favorite binges is Father Brown.
But that's not a comedy.
It's on. Yes, it is. It's a mystery comedy.
It's not funny at all.
Yes, it is. And I've watched them all that
funny
Netflix
like
has to offer, and I actually started rewatching them, and Justin made fun of me.
Yeah, because you're a nerd.
I also, I like things that are like, you know what my favorite comedy is? The Father Dowling Mysteries.
Fine, Sam. Point taken.
I watch Perry Mason, speaking of.
Uh-huh.
It's very, I want to say that you turn Perry Mason on, it's easy to go to sleep. It's not. It's actually kind of hard to go to sleep. You actually want to watch Perry Mason all the way, and then you can fall asleep or whatever. But it's a really good program, and that's it's not really streaming, but at this point, I think that all of America has the same weird syndicated over-the-air channels at this point, so anybody can watch Perry Mason at like 10 or 11:30 wherever you are in the U.S.
It might be also on Pluto TV as well, because there's a lot of shit like that's on Pluto TV, which I would highly recommend.
I don't think I would binge Perry Mason. 1 episode of the night or twice a week is about when I watch it. That's totally enough Perry Mason for me, but it's a very good program.
Yeah. All right. Now
Thank
we've
God.
got some listener feedback.
Yes, moving on.
From a guy who apparently really knows how to fucking write an email because he's back. Mark Clegg from England.
Hi, Mark.
He says,
Hello, Mark Clegg.
oh, boy.
I'm going
every
to give
time.
him a new nickname, Marker Clegane.
The Highland, because, you know, he can't be the mountain because there's already a mountain.
No, because if he's English, then
Yeah,
he's
then
not
he wouldn't be in the
Scottish.
Highlands, right?
Yeah, he's the third cousin. He's the goldfish.
Right. Oh, the goldfish. Yeah, I like that. Comments following the wonderful Coronasode 7. And here's how he knows how to start an email. Jackie.
Yes! Hello, Mark. I knew my stupid accent would pay off.
I have not tried to hula hoop with my penis yet. The end. It's the end of the email. Man, I wish he'd said more.
Are you serious? That's it?
No, he says more.
Oh my god. Okay, I was like, okay, I gotta think of something else he can roll around on his penis.
It would have been better if you would have sent that as one email and then sent
Right.
another email with the stuff he actually cared about.
Jackie, I have not tried to hula hoop with my penis yet. However, it's on my to-do list now. Also, I have spent a lot of time in Whitby, but I have never come across the Elvis shop. However, I have visited the Dracula Museum, Dracula, there, and it's also the place you can get some of the UK's very best fish and chips. Absolutely. The haddock is creamy.
Yes, that is true.
That's all you're going to say to
I did like it.
your big fucking thing? Because that's the only listener feedback you've got.
Fuck you.
The rest is dedicated to intelligent people.
So when you try the hula hoop with your wiener, apparently I'm not worth the intelligent part of your email. Let us know how it goes and, what circumference the hula hoop was. You don't have to tell us about your wiener. I know that that's a dude thing. But, we're interested to see maybe you hit yourself in the face because you were looking down too hard and then you hula hooped and hit yourself in the face.
That would be interesting.
Screw you.
Okay.
You know what? This whole email is geared towards me. Go
It's
ahead.
Not, actually.
Yes,
'cause
it
the
is.
next line is, Justin, it's not a cock-a-hoop. It's just cock-a-hoop. It means extremely chuffed. So, you're wrong, me.
Ha, he called you an idiot.
No.
At least he likes my perverted hula hoop penis jokes.
Okay. Sam, you are correct. Carry On Columbus, follow up to the previous email that he sent about the Carry On series. You are correct. Carry On Columbus is indeed the ill-advised 1992 return to the series. The main problem with it is that it was by then the most of the regular actors were dead and were replaced by low-talent TV comedians of the day. By all means, watch it to see a real stinker, but please don't think it's a good representation of the whole series. To see some great ones, watch Carry On Screaming, Carry On Loving, or Carry On Don't Lose Your Head. That Carry On Don't Lose Your Head. That there should be a comma, but instead it's all one title. Carry On Don't Lose Your Head.
Carry on, don't lose your head.
Carry On Don't Lose Your Head.
It's like you have to scream it as the bus is going
Carry On Don't
by.
Lose Your Head. Yeah, it's got a Doppler effect.
Like, put your head back in the bus. You're coming to the chop sign.
Why is that person on the bus screaming at me? And then
The
they,
chop sign? Hold on, what?
Yeah, it's
Yes, Sam, I know you've never been to England, and our friend here can back us up. It's called the chop sign. It's there to get idiots.
that are sticking their head out of the bus.
Yes.
Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. So they just
There's
have
a little
sign
basket
that's
underneath
not
it.
really a sign, but a machete on a pole that chops people's heads off every mile or so.
Yeah. And there's a basket there so that the waste people don't have to touch it. They can just pick up the basket and throw it in.
The actual the artwork on the sign is just a Jason mask.
And if you're undead, your head can be like, I don't want to get in the car.
I'm not dead yet.
With that much attitude, you'll get your fucking head nailed to the floor. I am so looking forward to Monday's show about the cat from outer space.
Meow meow.
Was out there. In preparation, I watched it as well as some bizarre parallels with E.T., which it predates. I was amazed at how much footage features someone carrying around a completely unconscious cat. Get to the penis mark.
Yes. You know, Mark, it's true. You should just get to the penis. It's the best part.
Think in honor of Marker Clegane, first of his name, Defender of the Realm, on the COVID episodes, because the Get to the Chopper is more of a main episode thing, we should just say get to the penis.
Get to the penis. Okay, I'm down with that.
That's a good close that we can really pay him a bit of an homage too.
Homage. Well, I got some more homage to pay tribute to, because he's got a follow-up after listening to the Cat from Outer Space with a really good question that I forgot to ask. Mark says, I have a question. Jake explains that he is a highly evolved cat via, the collar and the powers to travel through space. Does that make his relationship with Sandy Duncan's pussy, the feline, Sandy Duncan's cat character?
I have a relationship with Sandy Duncan's pussy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you kind of do. She doesn't know about it, which is weird to say. Does that make his relationship with Sandy Duncan's cat equivalent of a man banging a chimp?
No, it's the equivalent of a man banging a bamboo. It's like, oh my God, like, did you see that cloud? It looks like a pumpkin. Oh my God, like, my dress and my shoes are like perfectly matched in color. Like, oh my God, I went and had my nails done today, but then I broke one off when I took a shit.
Yeah, but that would imply that the cat could speak.
No, the cat can't speak. He's just an idiot.
No, Jake can speak. The other
no,
cat.
the other lady cat cannot speak.
Maybe it's just like if the cat had a real doll or something. It's like, man, this is really making my stuff hard, but I know it's not actually another human. However, in the context of the program itself, Jake does say, if you take this collar off me, I'm just a normal cat. Which implies that everything he said about his evolution is completely false.
Yeah, because who made the collars then?
They did it with the powers of their mind. That was a question I forgot to ask during the program so how did they build the first one without tools?
Yeah, that movie does not make sense.
Or
but I like your sex doll theory.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got some more feedback from Victor F. Coming in on the website.
Victor.
Ooh, on the website, huh?
Yeah. He likes to comment on the website, which is good. I like comments on the website because it actually helps us out more than Facebook. But regarding the Cat from Outer Space, he says, speaking of Sandy Duncan was brought on to Valerie, a show, when Valerie Harper had money-related arguments with the producers. So she left, and they killed off her character, and the super annoying Sandy Duncan was brought in to fill the gaping hole in the show, which became the Hogan family. The show did not improve. I saw this movie in the 80s. Women I fancied in the 80s, not Sandy Duncan. All I'm saying.
So, Victor.
Nice. Also, those factoids are the shit that like fuels my fire, Victor. Keep that shit coming.
Victor, I'm interested to know who your 80s bang list was.
Heather Locklear. It's got to be Heather Locklear.
No, I bet it's Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford.
Or Kathy Ireland.
She's
both beautiful.
90s. Both 90s.
What about Jacqueline Smith?
Who the fuck is Jacqueline Smith?
Heather Locklear, Heather Slater. Which is the one that's not Heather Locklear that's in the Fall Guy? Because she's actually hotter.
Don't know. Don't know. Yeah, okay.
Well, Victor, let us know.
Okay, great. Good. Sam, take on something.
This week on Sando. No, yeah. This week on Sando Takes On, Sando calls his friend an asshole again. Wow. What a fucking exciting episode this was.
I'll be gone.
All right, let me start over again, dickface.
In a week or two.
This week on Sando Takes On. A little bit more of an agitating topic, one that should be scratching all of our heads. This week, Sando Takes On alternative grocers, or as they would like to be known. I don't know if this is actually what they're called, but this is what they want to be. And this is how, and why that is because they're allowed to take food stamps when they shouldn't be. And what I'm talking about specifically is dollar stores and super gas station marts are now allowed to take food stamps in most states.
Okay.
That's bullshit because now they're really preying with their physical marketing and their point of purchase displays on lower income people. And they're charging twice as much as if the people could just go somewhere else and get it, but it's convenient. You get 2 bags of chips for the price of if you got 3 of them at Albertsons or Safeway or somewhere else.
Okay, so what's your problem?
They shouldn't be allowed to buy chips.
You don't want the poor people having chips.
No, I don't think that a predatory establishment should be allowed to use food stamps.
Because?
They're abusing the government system at that point.
And that is bad because... Who's getting hurt here? Somebody's got to be getting hurt. Are you just mad
the people that are actually
mad sake?
Losing the money on the food stamps if they would have gone somewhere else.
So, value shop? You're pissed because it's not a good value?
Well, they don't value shop with their food stamps. Now they're allowed to just shop at these convenience stores, so they're actually wasting their own money and their own ability to sustain themselves with the money that the government, i.e. us, is providing.
Right. Okay.
And I think that that's not right. They're preying on the poor and the stupid to boost their bottom line, and I think that is fucking despicable. I'm with Sam.
Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot of negatives here.
Okay, Johnny Donald Trump.
No, I'm not being Donald Trump. I'm not being John Barron. Look, here's the deal, folks. I'm going to go all Biden here. Here's the deal. Look.
Popcorn was a bad guy.
Corn Pop.
Corn Pop was a bad guy.
Damn it, you don't even know your own history.
He's a bad dude.
Fucking go to some pools, check things out, and then come back to me.
No, I'll just hang out with Mark because he understands hula hoops.
Right. Okay, so look. We all know that there's some bad people in all of the systems. Anywhere you go, there's going to be bad elements in all the systems, including the welfare system. There's going to be people that take advantage. There's going to be people that do shitty things with it. But if I'm on food stamps or getting welfare, look, I've only got so much of this shit. And yes, it's government cheese, but there's still a cap on government cheese. I want to maximize my return on government cheese. So, yeah, I'm not going to go to the fucking gas stations. I'm not going to go to the fucking dollar store. I'm going to go to where the fucking Winco, I don't know if they have Wincos around the United States, but let's just say the Walmart for, conformity's sake. And I'm going to fucking get as much fucking garbage food as I fucking can with these food stamps.
Now, to finish where I think the predatory situation ends up becoming criminal, is that these things are built basically in proximity to low-income housing to the point that you might have to go past 2 of them without a car.
Okay, that's
to get to another real place to buy groceries. It's extremely predatory.
Okay. I see. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, now I'm pissed. Now we're pissed. So I don't, and the reason that Sando takes on this is that our shop is not in the greatest neighborhood. Okay.
We're across the street from a Family Dollar, which is, as we refer to it, the fam.
Okay.
For 6 months of being in that building, refused to go there out of principle because I've actually been on this for quite a while. I was like, man, that's a crap place to put this because of how far the real grocery stores are away from here and how big it is. And it shouldn't be that big for a quote unquote dollar store where nothing is actually $1.
I agree with you. Like, I've been to some of those Family Dollars. There's nothing. I mean, the shit that's in there for $1 is like a bag of plastic straws. It's shit that you don't need. It's not like their food is $1. I fucking hate those places. They're just such a...
Well, it's basically a barn full of non-perishable items for a sale price that is double what you could get anywhere else. And then they sell convenience because of their proximity. But when you make that proximity to lower income areas, you're making a proximity to people that don't have cars. And then you're preying upon them.
Yeah, I just, anytime we get into footholds like this, like, I try to see it from the eyes of the actual consumer. And if you don't have a car, then what's your solution? Like, I say you're a member of the House of Representatives. Say you're Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Sam, and don't fantasize about having her rack. Just go do your job.
I bet it's not really that big. Also, anyway, if I was her, I'd be very easy to solve this because I would say something extremely liberal that I wouldn't normally say if I wasn't, where I'd be like, oh, price fixing. Super liberal. That's the problem, is that it's the predatory pricing.
Okay.
Where I was going to lighten this is to then move it to the other alternative grocer, which is the gas station superstore.
Yeah, well, those are bullshit. Like,
those are bullshit to begin with.
Those are bullshit to people who aren't on food stamps.
No, those are bullshit to people that buy too much crap on their way out of town, and they should have already bought it, and they did, and they bought it anyway, and it's still at the not 2-for-1 price. It's billed as the 2-for-1 price, but it's actually 2 for the price of 3.
I also want to point out that in our general area, public transit is not very good.
No, it's
it's
goddamn fucking terrible.
When we're talking about preying on people who don't have vehicles and, the way that our infrastructure is, where these dollar stores and these gas stations are, they're usually built by low-income housing.
Right.
They're usually built near large apartment complexes. And so there's not a lot of convenience for people to be able to go out and, say, get a weekly grocery list without going to one of these places. And let's say that you're elderly.
Now,
or that
hold on. If you live in Boise, that's a totally different ballgame. But if you live in Nampa, most of where we brought in, and maybe this is, I'm trying to word this gently, but Boise's a very refugee-friendly town. We brought in a lot of refugees from Bosnia, a lot of refugees from Somalia back in the 90s, and we stuck them right next to the grocery stores. Every single one of their little towns, we stuck them right next to one of the biggest grocery stores. In fact, they're right up the road where Jackie and I shop is next to one.
Not only that, but we have the true alternative grocer, grocery outlet, which is actually just really cheap food.
It's awesome.
When I was a kid and my family was very poor, we used to shop at the grocery outlet. And I remember we were allowed to get toys there because they were under $1. And I got a lot of She-Ra action figures there.
Right. He-Man was big at the grocery outlet.
Yeah. And so you could get action figures there for $1 or less. Mm-hmm. And so that was a big deal to me. So I actually, as a kid, loved the grocery outlet. And then as an adult, before I met you two assholes, I actually went there and I thought, oh, hell no. And I refused to shop there.
Oh,
and just mostly because the food that they had there was not nutritionally concentrated for the things that I personally wanted and or needed.
Says the woman who eats a bucket of cheese every day.
Yeah, dude, their pizza bites are the fucking best.
Chinese egg rolls, man.
See, and I've never had any of that stuff.
Yeah, well,
it's fucking delicious.
That's your problem. You would have gone to the grocery or the gas station and just got chips and Arizona iced teas with your food stamps, you poor bastard.
You know, another thing that I've never had that I like to make fun of is Hot Pockets. I've never had a Hot Pocket.
All right.
To lighten this, though, and to move into the against the richers, as it were, and go back into the gas station superstore, those are actually more bullshit, and I refuse to shop at those as well because
absolutely.
It's the same thing. It's 2 for the price of 3 for convenience sake. It's not predatory. It's just
stupid.
If you're dumb enough to buy this shit, go right ahead. Yeah. And they're popping up more than the dollar stores because we as a people are dumb enough to buy that shit.
You look at all my points on Twitter, and then you go and look at the dollar or the supermarket gas stations that you're talking about, and America is dumb. Our thing is being stupid. Look at these things. Last point.
I will say about the convenience stores here, the gas station convenience stores, is the only place I can find squeaky cheese.
Yeah, weirdly.
And it is expensive. I don't buy it all the time. But when I have the hankering for the squeaky cheese, I have to go to the gas station. I can't find it anywhere else.
We've got this bullshit mega Albertsons, and it doesn't even have squeaky cheese. It's got like imported Genevan cheese, like that you couldn't possibly stand having a single bite of because it's A, $40 per bite, but B, it tastes like shit. And it doesn't even have squeaky cheese. It's really weird. The gas stations are the only one.
No, Winco has squeaky cheese, this cheese curds. You guys just don't go there very often.
No, they have cheese curds, but not squeaky cheese. That's different.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
It's not.
It's not the same thing.
It's not.
Fucking ignorant bastard.
We got to move on. A little streaming do's and don'ts. On Netflix, a show that I didn't even know existed and won Emmys, starring Taylor Lautner, Michael Shannon, and who else we got? Anybody else in that show? The
Rick
lady
Steves.
from Waco. Rick Steves was in it.
Cliff Clavin.
Travel advice.
Bill Brasky.
Bill Brasky was in it. No, Julia Gardner from Ozark is also in it.
Yeah.
Waco, which won a bunch of goddamn Emmys, and I didn't even know it existed until we watched it on Netflix.
Oh, this show kind of blew my mind, and that's all I'm going to say.
Really? Okay.
Why
is that?
I mean, I knew a little bit about Waco because I was alive.
Right. 94.
Yeah, during Waco, and I was a teenager. And so the way that this series is portrayed is from the media standpoint that they wanted you to know things, is the way that I knew Waco.
Okay.
And then to watch it and see what actually happens.
Allegedly.
Fucking broke my heart.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about it.
That's all you're going to say about it. Okay. I'm going to say it's not great. Like, Emmys? I don't know about that. There's some pretty wonky acting here and there. Taylor Lautner's not great as David Koresh. He's not bad, but it's not like fucking Nick Cage got in there and did it. And then some bad writing, some real bad directing, bad lighting, lots of bad production, technicals. But honestly, like, I thought that, like, it caught me in a way that I'm like, dude, I'm super lib, but at the same time, fuck the man. It was very fair to me. Like, the way that they told the story was like, yes, we all know that the FBI is super fucked up. But at the same time, we all kind of thought that Koresh was a fucking cult leader because of the fucking corrupt media, bro. Like, it just got me in this weird, like, hold on, what the hell is happening to my super far left bullshit right now? Where I'm like, yeah, dude, leave those guys alone. They're not hurting anybody, bro. Jackie?
I will also say that what I found surprising when watching this series is that the same two dudes were involved with Ruby Ridge in Idaho.
Right, yeah.
And then they find themselves at Waco.
Right. Glad you
Wow, both of those things went to shit. I wonder why. Jesus
No, we-
Christ.
Got some good oversight going. We've got the right men on the job when we want to shoot people for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing that you walk away from it is like a shitload of people died for no reason, and maybe there's still some question marks as far as like who started the fire. We didn't start the fire, not Stinker Madness. It was always burning since the world's been churning.
Been churning.
Okay. All right. But like, who started the fire? Was it the Branch Davidians or was it the FBI? And there's a lot of questions still there, but there's a lot more evidence now, ipso facto, that the FBI started it because of these the fucking tear gas grenades that they launched in there, which the show goes into a little bit, but I dug a little bit deeper on the internet, and it goes further past that. More cover-ups, blah blah blah. What the fuck is my point? But like that, this whole thing about them fucking it up isn't necessarily about the FBI fucked up. The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover came down and said, "Hey man, make sure you fuck that shit up." It's not that the FBI fucked up. It's that a couple guys fucked up.
I thought it was the ATF on both of those.
No, the ATF starts both of them, and then the FBI comes in and cleans it up. And then, so the ATF shot Weaver's kid and his dog. And then
let's clarify this. This is not Waco.
No,
we're talking about
we're talking
Ruby
about
Ridge.
Well, I hope that if you're listening to this deep, you are willing to either go on Wikipedia or whatever. But Ruby Ridge, Idaho, standoff, blah, blah, blah. ATF shot the kid and the dog. But that's after...
and the wife.
No, the ATF didn't shoot... Let me do this. The ATF shot the kid and the dog, and then the FBI came in and shot the wife because they had a look at they had an open shot on Weaver and his buddy. Now, in Waco, the same exact scenario plays out. The ATF goes in there because the ATF is like super getting thrown under the bus by Congress. Like, you're not actually doing anything. We're going to cut your funding. Well, we got to fucking step it up. Let's get a little bit of PR going and stop these guys. And so they set up the standoff that begins. They go in there. Everybody gets shot, including Koresh. A couple people die. Actually, like 10 people die, including ATF agents. And then the FBI comes up to clean it up. It's just at that point in time, the FBI was capable of fucking up shit just as much as the ATF. So it's like this blend. Like, hey, let's send in the hostage negotiator, but let's not really give him a chance. Let's just shoot people. Let's shoot them. Let's shoot them. See if they shoot back.
Look, we're going to pull jurisdiction on you because you local boys don't know how to deal with this. And we know what we can do here at the federal level. And what we call this is the super double pooch screw.
And don't get me wrong. I don't know about how I feel about Randy Weaver, but the Branch Davidians, they fucking needed to. I mean, it gets into like this whole militia. I mean, not like the show gets into the militia thing, but for me, it got into like, should the FBI have fucked with them or the ATF? Kind of, because they had a stockpile of weapons, and if you got a stockpile of weapons, what are you? Well, we're a militia. Well, by definition, a militia is a fucking terrorist organization. Sorry, but it's the goddamn truth. The militia is there to fucking be a check on the government. And if you fucking be a check on the government via violence, what are you? You're a terrorist.
I would just like to point out that in Tremors, Reba McEntire and her husband had guns for a militia.
If you're keeping a bunch of guns to shoot aliens and underground monsters, totally not the militia.
They just had those guns. They didn't know that there was going to be Tremors.
I could be. This is fuel for You're Wrong Idiot, but at the same time, I believe that the National Guard is a conglomeration of state militias.
That's absolutely
and that's
right.
the state being able to hold its own militia.
Or a well-regulated militia. And who is a well-regulated militia, Sam?
The National Guard.
Yeah, so if you're living in a bunker with a bunch of fucking guns, guess what you are? You're a fucking terrorist, you dipshit.
Yeah,
Stop it!
Well, let's be
it's not
realistic.
real hard to join the National Guard.
Yeah, just join
If
the
you're
National
really
Guard.
interested in that, like, to be real honest for just a second, it's not real hard to join the National Guard if you're actually interested in that and willing to do the right things. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I was too fat to join the National Guard. I tried.
Yeah. Either way, my point is that, the FBI needed to go into both, and arrests needed to be made. At no point should a single person have been killed. Fuck off with all that shit, and I just hope we can move past it. So Waco is it's a do for me, but just don't expect a great program. Emmys, come on. Jackie?
I would say it was a do. It was very enlightening, very eye-opening, and very fair in its portrayal of everyone who was involved.
It's betrayal.
And shut up.
Touche.
I've been drinking. But I really did appreciate it, and it really opened my eyes to a different perspective than when I had seen it as a teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
And I appreciated that.
We wouldn't be in this mess without the fuck up in Waco. So thanks for that, guys. Jackie, you got a spooky?
I do.
Go.
Excellent.
Yes.
That was spooky.
So, which is odd because you said that earlier in our podcast that California was our major listener base.
Okay.
This one actually comes from San Diego.
This is the story of Jerry Brown.
No, it's not. Shut up.
That San Diego means whale's vagina, right?
No, you two shut up.
I've heard that.
So our story starts in San Diego in 1888.
On a sunny day.
Where the Hotel del Coronado.
Okay, the Hotel del Coronado, sure.
Thank you. Is built.
Okay.
Fast forward to 1892.
This better not fast forward to an episode of Baywatch, because this seems eerily familiar.
No, shut up.
Okay.
A lady checks in. Her name is Kate Morgan.
Okay.
She's a recent bride. Or maybe she's getting
this
married
is the
there.
fucking episode of Baywatch.
And
I've seen this.
Shut up.
No, go ahead.
Wait,
Okay,
she's
so-
a recent bride and she's checking in by herself?
Right?
Wah.
Okay, so either she's checking in to get married. Okay. I'm just going to say this right now. The stories on this are not real precise, okay? So I'm kind of
Right.
piecing it together, kind of like a puzzle that doesn't fit, and you just kind of push in the piece because you're fucking frustrated.
She's
and you're
there. All
done.
right, that's what you need to know. She's fucking there.
Okay, so Kate Morgan in 1892 checks into the hotel, and after 5 days, she's found dead on the hotel steps leading down to the beach. She is shot in the head.
Oh, okay, this is not the Baywatch episode. That lady from Baywatch jumped off the balcony.
That's somebody else.
Yeah.
So the police assume that she has committed suicide.
Okay.
Okay.
I came here by myself as a newly bride. What the fuck? Of course she's gonna kill herself.
Yeah,
She
so
kills herself and she's like, I want to make this the biggest mess possible. I'm going to tumble down these stairs with half a head.
Okay, so either she's there to get married or she got married.
Well, not anymore.
And then there's some other stories that say that she was estranged from her husband and she had checked into the hotel because he was an abusive dick face.
Okay.
And after 5 days, she shoots herself on the stairs. Either way,
Okay.
in a 5-day period since she checked in, she shoots herself.
Not a good sitch for Kate Morgan.
They say that she died from a gunshot to the head. Okay.
Which is what you said, so you're
Okay.
like the coroner.
So, what they say is that
She died from a gunshot to the head.
yes,
Dun, dun, dun!
her room is now numbered as 3312.
Okay.
She is called the famous beautiful Beautiful Stranger, because when she died, nobody knew who the fuck she was. And they had to send all these police reports out to find out that she was a laundry maid in some stories. In other stories, she was a middle class, like upper middle class high society wife. In some stories, she was a high society wife. So you don't really fucking know. She's just some lady.
She's a beautiful stranger.
Yeah, she's a beautiful stranger.
Well,
there was actually a Rush song that is a B-side called 3312, The Beautiful Stranger. It just wasn't a very good song.
Featuring Madonna.
So along with this hotel, there's some famous movies that have been shot there. Maybe you know some of them. Some Like It Hot, K9, which is a piece of shit, and My Blue Heaven.
Wait, K9?
Yeah,
K9's
K9
not
was
a piece
actually
of shit.
shot.
With Jim Belushi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Some Like a Hawk with not Jack Benny, my guy. What's his name?
Oh,
Danny Kaye.
Some Like It Hot's Jack Lemmon and
Danny Kaye.
Tony
Curtis?
Curtis, yes.
I thought Danny Kaye was in that.
Also, Marilyn
Marilyn
Monroe and the other Stodel. It was Some Like It Hot is a great movie. It's
That's one of the best.
two smoke shows, two great comedians.
Sure,
just
Danny Kaye's not in Some
I
Like
thought
a
yes,
Danny
Jack
Kaye
Lemmon.
was in
It's Jack Lemmon.
Some Like It Hot.
it's Jack
Anyway.
Lemmon and Tony Curtis.
Yeah, it might be Tony Curtis.
I had
So
to
in
study it in film
2000
school.
So in 2018, a medium.
Wait, hold on. All right, I got to back up. My Blue Heaven. Steve Martin, Rick Moranis. Sam, what's the difference between a light bulb and a pregnant lady?
I don't know.
You can't unscrew a light bulb. Wait, no, I fucked that up.
Yeah. Oh, I got another My Blue Heaven joke. Hold on.
All right, go on.
You shouldn't stand so close to the frozen foods. They're all gonna melt.
So dumb. You two are so fucking dumb.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so in 2018, this is the most recent article I can find about the hotel. A medium tried to connect with Kate. Her name was Kate Morgan. I know I already said that, but I'm drunk.
Right.
But this is what I think happened. It was probably a sham because it was advertised that you could be part of this for $299. Like, who the fuck, dude? Like,
in
you got to
what
pay to
year?
stay at the hotel. Then you got to pay an extra $300 to talk to a dead lady who might not even show up.
Can you pay for that with food stamps?
No.
Okay.
What year?
2018.
That's a pretty bargain basement price. That's like being able to buy a tiger for $2,000, which you can do right now.
Right.
No, it's not. Like, a medium for an hour only costs $100 if you're by yourself.
God,
Like,
why aren't we taking advantage of idiots?
$300 for an hour with some butt nut that's probably going to, like, shake the table with his kneecaps and I can feel Kate Morgan's ghost. And Kate Morgan is like, go fuck yourself. Anyway, one of the biggest tragedies, and I'm pretty sure that this 2018 connection didn't happen, is because the Hilton bought this fucking magical hotel.
Okay.
And, well, we all know about Paris.
Oh.
Brum,
What's
bum,
she
bum,
do?
Bum, bum, bum.
What's
She's
she
just
do?
fucking gross. Anyway.
She's actually
She
pretty
showed
cool.
her crotch to some
Yeah.
people, and they're like, I want that.
Her bro stock's actually rising with me, believe it or not. It was at 0, which is pretty low, but her bro stock's
Now it's
actually
at
rising
0.03.
in her 40s. She's actually doing some good stuff.
All right.
Believe it or not. Not like talent-wise, just like, here, poor people, have some cash.
Also, I'm doing that so that I can have a write-off because I love cocaine and
Dude, it's getting money to the poor people. I don't care what your excuse is. It's doing something good rather than stepping on them.
Okay. So apparently, in this room 3312, curtains move when the windows are closed. You can see Kate in white.
Because there's a fucking vent right there, right?
I don't know.
The AC's always underneath the curtains in a hotel room. Wow, it's moving every time.
Another thing is you can see Kate in all white, even though she is commonly referred to as the woman in black.
I thought she was commonly referred to as a beautiful stranger.
She's that too.
God damn it.
And then things move on their own.
Yeah. Kate's making something move on its own right now.
I know actually how to do the beautiful stranger. It's when you dress up in drag and then jack off in the mirror.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I get it's moving. Yeah, things are moving.
So I will tell you, too, about the scariest thing.
It's a bear.
Oh.
A bear came in.
Is that depending on the source, you may get the wrong room and overpay to be scared, because I read several articles and they all had a different room listed as Kate Morgan's room.
Oh, shit.
And as Kate Morgan's current room. So you can just get fucked up the asshole and not even get a spooky experience and pay extra for it, because the hotel is like, yeah, it's 3312.
Right.
Another thing is like, it's 3359.
Wait, who's Kate Morgan?
Yeah, they don't fucking know. And to be real honest, God, I have to adjust myself here. Fuck that shit. I mean, and later now in Unsolved Mystery type thing, they're like, well, she could have been murdered.
Right.
You think? Because there were no burn marks directly on her head? Like, autopsy-wise?
Oh, you mean like powder burns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam?
So you're telling me the worst and scariest part about this story is that you could become subject to the bait and switch?
Yes.
You're like,
That is what I'm telling you.
Woo! Spooky.
I can't, in my review, I cannot express that the thumbs down have not worked against this establishment the way they should have.
I will leave a Yelp review.
Well, and one of the reasons
A very spooky Yelp review.
one of the reasons that I picked this particular case was because my favorite book
Big.
is Bid Time Return, and it's out of print. So it does. If you can find a copy of it, or you can find somebody who will reprint it for you, it's kind of expensive. That's what I did to get it. It's based off the movie Somewhere in Time, is the movie Somewhere in Time, and that's what that movie is based off, is Bid Time Return. And in the book, they go to this hotel. That's how I picked this one. Just in case you guys haven't fucking figured it out after 8 fucking episodes, I picked things that mean something to me. I like the Loch Ness Monster. I like the Coronado Hotel.
The Del Coronado. She likes it so much she doesn't even
I don't know what the fuck it's called. But they actually didn't shoot the movie there. It was actually shot in somewhere in Michigan.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just beware. If you're going to book a room there, make sure you get the right one. Like,
right.
And it's the Hilton. So
no, it's the same.
Gross.
It's the same hotel that I was talking about in Baywatch, where Eddie sees the woman on the lake, and Eric Eleniak's like, "Dude, what the fuck, Eddie? You stupid douchebag! I'm like the hottest woman that's ever lived. Look at me." And he's like, "I gotta rescue people." It's great location. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. Sam, you got any thing to add before we wrap this up?
I do not.
Good, because we're going to wrap this up. Next episode, we will be doing Dolomite, which is currently streaming on Netflix. We're going to wrap up the blaxploitation films, and so watch it. And what do you want? What?
I just want to say thank you to Vector. And, wait, I got to back that up.
No, you don't.
Thank you to Mark and Victor.
I'm sorry, that's Mark Hercley-Gain.
Fuck.
Okay. All right.
Fucked up. Sorry. But I appreciate the emails, and I just want to say again, I like hearing from the fans, no matter what it is, and please email us.
Yeah. Email us, talkatstinkermadness.com. Reach out to us on Facebook, facebook.com/tinkermadness. Same with Twitter, twitter.com/tinkermadness. Subscribe and support us on patreon.com, patreon.com/tinkermadness. Also,
Send us pictures of your hula hoop wieners.
No, stop. Sam, what?
You could also just send me normal snail mail at Sam General Delivery USA.
Yeah.
That's not true. Shut up,
that will
you
happen.
dick.
All right. Get to the penis.